Hey, I'm Rafael Chavez, 32 years old, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Born here, El Salvadorian family from Central America. As a child, like growing up, I was actually kind of similar to what I am now, being like, into nerdy stuff, anime, very kind of loud and a little bit rambunctious. How did I find out I had BPD? Well, I got diagnosed like 2 years ago. Things were getting like bad for me mentally. I'd always kind of noticed that I would be reacting in ways that even to me didn't make sense after the fact. Like I would be sitting with people, but I actually don't know what that was or why it happened. I had a partner at the time who was like, also kind of like a bit problematic. Ended up seeing a therapist following all that. And yeah, she came back with a diagnosis like, anxiety, depression, and BPD. My BPD kind of expresses itself in the traits that I do already have, just like normally as the person that I am. So, wanting to help, wanting to like do the best that I can, wanting to feel loved, wanting like all those sorts of things. The BPD itself expresses those things to a massive extreme, to like an unsustainable extreme. At its worst, it would be like all encompassing, where all I would do is lose myself in that, regardless of how it actually made me feel or exist as a person. The second anything triggered me, I would do anything I can to make that feeling of like rejection or that bad feeling go away. And that could be going out on a bender for like 2 days straight, like a big party sesh for like 2 days straight, or sleeping with random people, or just doing things I actually didn't want to do that my brain would make me think that's going to make things better. Yeah, it was bad. And it's wild looking back at it, because I'm like, I can't even imagine doing that now. It's completely different. And I've spoken to like close friends about it, like things that would like, set me off before, it just doesn't happen anymore. I just want to process it. I just want to process the emotions and deal with it and notice what is causing what, instead of like shunning those feelings away. And it's awesome. It's amazing. It's the best feeling ever. Like still, it'll like, it'll fade. It's not just always like getting better and better and better. But the fact that that's even a possibility for me now, or a reality for me now, is wild. So one thing I'm proud that I can do now that was a struggle, being able to actually just hold myself and take notice of myself in the moment and see what's happening to me, both like physically and mentally, and how that's going to affect my next decision or how I'm feeling at that current time. It's kind of amazing. Hobbies. I love my hobbies. In like a nutshell, like music, writing music, mastering music, so I'm a mix and mastering engineer, DJing, video games, and exercise. That kind of stuff just gives me life. Now, like my hobbies have become my job, which I'm very, very happy about, but it's taken me years to be able to do it in a healthy way. I got stuck in this mentality. I was like, I love doing this. This is my hobby. The whole like, you work a job you love, you never work a day thing. That is a lie. That is an outright lie. You could love what it is that you're doing, but you're still working. And I had the biggest burnout I've ever had. It was awful, but it reset everything and made me realize like, my hobbies are my job. The things I love doing are my job, but there's still work. And over the last like 8 months, I've been able to rein that in and, still take my days off. No matter how much you love it, too much can still be too much. My life goal, my long-term life goals, just helping people in the moment that they're in. And this could be like, going, performing, DJing, whatever. And I MC weddings, I do radio shows and all that sort of stuff. Giving people those core memories, those things that think like, oh my God, this was amazing. This actually, this made this day amazing. And I want to keep on going with that. And then also helping people in the sense of giving them the things that I wasn't given growing up, that I had to give myself, so they don't have to go through the process that I went through. If I can look back at it and have someone be like, this helped me do life, anything like that, like I think that would be the whole like, fuck yeah, like I did it. I'm done. Like I'm happy. One tip that I'd give anyone newly diagnosed or struggling with their symptoms: your personality, your being, your everything that you are will never be because of your BPD. Your personality itself is you. The BPD just takes those traits and pushes them to an extreme. And it's the extreme that it gets pushed at, which is the issue. That's what I feel we're working on whenever we go through anything like that. So keep going. One thing that makes my life, this is going to sound so egotistical. When I thought of this question, one thing that makes my life worth living, I legitimately just thought me. So I was like, I managed to get myself to this place that I am. And at first glance, yes, I did all that. And I'm very proud of myself for doing all that. But I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support of like the people around me, of my networks, of like Danny, my best friend, or, you know, basically like, I guess the relationships and the people around us and these connections. I think that's what it is, like the connections between myself and other people. That is really what has made life worth living. I'm kind of only just realizing this now. It's kind of lovely. If I want to put anything forward, it's that I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I think we all are. I think that's what I'd want people to know about me. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still trying, I'm still gonna fuck up, still gonna make mistakes, still gonna do all of that, but I'm taking accountability every single step of the way, and I'm going to keep on doing that, and I hope other people can too.